The Dark Dream. Hello. Hi, y'all. Hello. It's fruit walk time. So, if you're here, then you know it's Sunday at 5:30 Pacific time. And my intention is that you never see fruit or your life the same again. So I am here, rough, rugged, and raw. I wasn't planning on doing the live right now, but my family and I, we did this family challenge that my 7-year-old thought of. And basically we had 3 minutes to grab as many clothes, snacks, fruit, water that we could. And we had to run to the car with the dogs. And we all sat in the car, no devices, nothing, just talking, eating. And then we had to barter. So we had to give something. So if she wanted some of my strawberries, then she had to give something. So it was just fun. Anyway, I say all that to say that we were in the middle of the fruit walk, and I wasn't going to let me looking toe up in my wrinkled shirt stop me from the fruit walk. So today's fruit walk, and hi, this is for you, media. I saw you, Joseph. Yay, you're here. I'm feeling really good about this, y'all, because I am showing up for these fruit walks, and I don't care if I have 20 people here, 2 people, or nobody. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to show up for yourself and for your life and the sweetness of it. So today's fruit, which wasn't planned also, was the cantaloupe. And what I love about the cantaloupe is it's got this hard rind. You know, it's like this map of protection. I kind of feel like that's us, you know. And I don't know if you know this, but cantaloupes need space. They need a lot of space to grow. And I kind of feel like that's us. And sometimes some of us might be in a season where you're finding space, like you are feeling isolated, you're feeling alone, you're feeling like you're here and your dream is all the way over there, or you're here and your love that you want is somewhere in the distance that you can't even see, or the money that you want to have access. It's just, you feel so alone, you feel so isolated. And that is what the cantaloupe symbolizes for me, because they require so much space to grow into their fullness. And that's how we are sometimes. And we have to release these false identities, these performative personas, these self-concepts. And oftentimes it's not till we're brought into the brink of who we are that we really confront those things, those limiting beliefs that are holding us back. The other thing that's fascinating about cantaloupes is that they require the full presence of the sun, like the full heat of the sun, which to me is symbolic of pressure. And some of you might be feeling the pressure right now when it just doesn't feel like there's a way. You just can't see the way. Your human logical mind cannot see a way. And the reason why I do these fruit walks, as I've shared before, is because I love the activity and the awareness of being in step with my life, literally, figuratively, metaphorically, of moving my body. When you want to move energy and manifest things, you need to move your body. And then just the sacred blueprint of fruit. I'm telling you, fruit can and will change your life. I should have gotten my degree in fruitology instead of psychology. Or maybe they're one and the same. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, about... I don't know what I was saying. I forgot what I was saying. But who's here? When's Monogamy coming back? I have something for you, so stay tuned. Daddy's home. Thank you. Wow, that you brought back one from the past. Actually, funny story. I was 7 weeks pregnant when I did Daddy's Home. Shout out to Swirl Films. And I flew to Atlanta. I don't think anyone knew at the time. I got clearance from my doctor, and I was on set. And I was filming, and I was so sick, and I had this life growing inside of me. But anyway, I digress. So, back to cantaloupes. I wanted to come on here today because sometimes I'm really challenged in my faith, and maybe you can relate to this. Sometimes, if my human, logical, smart mind can't figure out how it's going to work out, that's my kids on the playground screaming. That's okay. It's a beautiful thing. So tell me if you can relate to this. If you can't see how it can work out, you start to doubt. You doubt yourself. You doubt life. You doubt circumstances can turn around. And this morning I was in meditation. Sorry, hold on. I was in meditation. And I was really realizing that there comes a point in your life where you have to come to the brink and you have to say, this is the point where I'm going to believe that the script is changing and it's going to turn around for me no matter what. Like, faith is a frequency. It's an energetic posture. It is something that you hold. It has nothing to do with what you can see, which is why I was talking about being a leading lady or a leading man, because leaders lead, and that means a leader goes first. And that means that you go first in consciousness, in your belief, and in your mind, and in your heart, when you have zero evidence of it in your physical reality. Nothing would suggest that this is possible, but yet internally you have such a strong agreement and a deep knowingness that's not seen with eyesight, but insight. And there's power in that. That's what fruit represents to me. Like, there is an impossibility factor that fruits energetically embody when they come into fruition, pun absolutely intended. And so in my meditation this morning, hold on, I got cough, y'all, hold on. This little cantaloupe's getting stuck in my throat. I was recognizing that Wayne Dyer said this, when you change the way you look at things, the way the things look will change. And that starts internally with that inner script, that inner narrative, which is why I'm always talking about the rewrite. Because when you hold that frequency, that energetic posture, then you start to see that people feel it. They can feel the energy. There's something about you. People are drawn to you. It moves in your direction, even though you may not have the credentials, you may not have the history. Out of the blue, phone calls happen. Things start to align and form themselves around this energetic blueprint, the seed. And so that seed starts in consciousness. That seed starts in your belief, in your self-talk. And then your self-talk dictates your behavior. And your behaviors dictate your emotions. And your emotions dictate the energy that you emit, the frequency that you put out. And then it all comes back. So, all right, I'm talking. Yeah, you guys can tell that I'm, was feeling something this morning that I wanted to share with you. So, back to the cantaloupe. The space that it needs. So if you are in a space where you're feeling distant from all the things that you desire or want to create, whether it's a challenge in your health, a challenge in your relationship, if you're needing guidance and direction and clarity, and you're feeling so alone, just know that like the cantaloupe, it requires space to really expand into its fullness. I also have some watermelon here, so we could talk about that too. Watermelons, ooh, are they okay? Sorry, my child just slid. Watermelons are not a snack fruit, even though I'm snacking on them. Watermelons are a feast fruit. Like, they are heavy with purpose. They are heavy with purpose. Just like you can't nibble on your purpose. Like, there is something specific, so rich, so unrepeatable, non-negotiable, cannot be duplicated in you. And the watermelon seed and the watermelon represents that. And so, hold on. Well, I'll hook about it. I'm sharing this just to encourage somebody. Somebody who's feeling like there's just no way. That if you can just have an inner dialogue that says something along the lines of, I may not be able to see it with my physical eye. Let thine eye be single. That means literally and metaphorically that you keep your focus so riveted on what you want, what you're desiring to have, that you do not allow yourself to be distracted, dissuaded by what you're seeing in your physical appearance, physical reality. Does that make sense? So, it's so funny to me that I'm doing these damn lives, because these are conversations that you are getting access to. So you either will take it in the energetic frequency. Hi, Billy, I see you. Oh, thank you, Jamar. I'm glad that it's coming right on time. And fruit is not rushed. Nothing in nature is rushed. And so I sit in nature so that I can align my body. Yes, I'm a tree hugger. I have 236 freckles and I hug trees. There you have it. Because the older I get, the more I realize that, as Sharma I like to quote him, things happen twice. First in our mind and then in physical reality. And most of us are so interested in manipulating the external and wondering why it's not changing, because something in you has to change. And so if you're feeling that heaviness, if you're feeling that spaciousness, like everything that you want is far away from you, it's because you have to go through this process in order to have the energetic capabilities to hold what's coming for you next. Like, a lot of us want the things that we want, yet we don't yet have the energetic capability to hold them. And it's through this process of not seeing it yet, of not feeling it, of not knowing how or when it's going to come, that you cultivate this inner power and this inner presence, that it starts to shift. And now you are literally embodying the energy of the very thing that you're saying that you're wanting. And we kind of have this idea that it's supposed to be easy, that shit's supposed to just come, and we can say some affirmations or some prayers or some incantations and it's just going to show up. And that can happen. But more often than not, a delay is not a denial. And a pause doesn't mean it's not possible. It just means that there is a configuration that's happening inside of you so that you can better hold the frequency and deliver. Hi, baby.
Can you push me on the swing?
That's my daughter. Say hi, boo.
Hi.
I can't put you. So
Came in here right in time. Yeah.
Jamar.
Jamar.
Here, you see, there's Billy. Let's see who else is here. Loving the analogy. Thank you, Billy. Tuning into my frequency from Memphis. I feel you. Hi,
fun.
Camille Global Music. This is my baby girl.
My name is Cameron.
That's Cameron. Cameron with the C. Thank you. Yeah. So as you can see, all of us have had a crazy hair day. Mommy, push you in a second, okay? Okay, honey?
Okay.
Want some? So, like I said, we did our family challenge. We all ran out the house. We grabbed everything. There's William. William's saying, hey. Hi, boo-boo. Oh, my other daughter. Say hi. I'm going. Yeah. Goodbye. Bye. That's Caryn. That's Caryn. That's my oldest daughter.
Watermelon, please.
Okay, so here you go, honey. Caryn, you want watermelon, honey? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to continue more. Hi, Joseph. Thank you. This is for your medium. Check them out. If you want to stay up to date on everything that's happening everywhere all the time, follow them. But also, they are my amazing partners in this thing called life. So let's just all take a breath. Just take a breath with me. If you're here, you have tuned into this frequency, and this is a frequency of expansion. This is a frequency of not having to use the logical human mind with our limited resources and tapping into the divine mind, the all-knowing that can and does beat your heart without your conscious management, that grows this fruit without our conscious management, has the ability to sustain and nurture and fulfill us in ways that are beyond our imagination. So that is what I'm standing in. That is what I'm holding. I want you to go into this week anchored, knowing that if it's happening for your highest good, and only good can come from it. That's an affirmation that I use all the time when I am feeling challenged by something. Like, I may not know how, but you don't have to know how, because you're not leaning into your own understanding. I mean, we have such a myopic fraction of what's possible. None of us know how we are on this big spinning globe, perfectly anchored by gravity. But we can use these universal laws and principles so that we can distribute and emanate and share the gifts and talents for which we were created. That is what I believe. So yeah, I want to just send you so much freckle love for your week, and I will see you next week, Sunday, 5:30 p.m. for another fruit walk. And yeah, is that it? I think that's it. Any comments, thoughts? Nothing? Okay. Well then, I'm gonna sign off, and I hope you've been nourished. Oh, you're vibing. Thank you, Camille. I'm glad you're vibing. All right, beautiful ones. I'm going to go back and finish enjoying my family and my fruit. And I will see you soon. Oh, tomorrow, I have 5 spots opening up. If this resonates with you, if you're feeling it's time for a rewrite to really step into your next level, greatest yet to be, I have some powerful, powerful stuff to share with you around that, okay? So it's the rewrite session. Look out for that tomorrow. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.